So hey, hi everyone. My name is Varsha and welcome to Study with Varsha. So today we will discuss about Jenkins. Give me a second. Let me log in. Sorry. So I will show you something. Okay. So how can I log in? Before that, you have to be make sure that the Docker desktop should be in a running mode. After that, in the PowerShell, you have to check Docker PS. Yes, it is showing the container ID, image name, command, everything. And if it is showing, then it's fine. You can just paste this URL and your Jenkins is ready, and you just have to give your ID and password and you are ready to use. So today I will not go to run much thing. I will tell you something about manage Jenkins. So beside the profile, in the right hand side, there is setting option is there, that is called as a manage Jenkins, and if you will click, you will get multiple option. So today what we are going to do, we are going to you know explore each and everything, what is system, what is tools, what is plugins, and why we are going to and we are using in each and every day. So without any further delay, let's start and then we will do the practical also. And see, if you will don't know about this thing, so it's not possible to do the pipeline. You can simply write the pipeline, but that is of no use, because this thing you must have to be know. And this series is for beginners, or we can say from startup who doesn't know anything about Jenkins, they can also learn, and who knows everything, they can also learn, and they will become master in Jenkins. So give me a second. Yeah, so the first thing is that system. Okay, so I have written some notes also. 1 minute, if you want, I will share these notes with you guys. uh, 1 minute, in Telegram or anywhere. So if you want, I will share this. Yeah, this one. See what is system. Okay, so this is something, it is there which I will share with you, but let me explain. Like each and everything is there for the interview point of view. If someone is asked what is system, you can say the system section is used to configure global Jenkins setting. It controls how Jenkins behaves. So each and everything, you don't have to worry about the notes. Let's come to the here. Okay, so in the system configuration, if you know, if when we have to configure two things, so that time we used to use. So inside system configuration, the first option is system, and it has been written configure global setting and paths. What it means, so let's start and try to understand. So the system section is used to configure global Jenkins setting. Global means which will be in the public server. This is where you control how Jenkins behaves overall. Okay, this is the main, you can say. So here you can define global environment variables. Environment variables is nothing but like password, key value pair kind of thing that apply to all the jobs. You can configure the Jenkins URL, which is important for webhook and external integration. What it mean, Varsha? So it means, for example, if our source code is in Git, now we have to configure the Git with the Jenkins, then only it will communicate with each other. So from where you will do? You will have to come to the system, and from here only you can configure. For example, if you want that once your pipeline will complete, you have to get a email notification, then how you will get? So with the help of SMTP, so that SMTP setting for email notification are also configured here only. So you can define the number of executors, like how many jobs run at one time, which controls how many builds you can run in parallel also. So it also manages, in simple term we can say, that Jenkins location and system wide properties. So if you are integrated with Jenkins with GitHub or other services, configure is done here, that as I have discussed. Proxy setting also are available in this section only. So you can even set a custom system message that appears on the dashboard, and also misconfigure here affects all job. So this section is mainly used to Jenkins administration, and this is one of the Jenkins configuration area. So mainly this is for admin. So if you are a tester or someone, you will not get, but yeah, if you are a DevOps engineer, so yes, you will have like maximum chances that you will have the access for this thing. So if you will click here, see, I am not going to show each and everything, but I will show you how we can do configuration. So this is system. Okay, this is the path, var Jenkins home. Okay, general path. Okay, now build node is now configured in the nodes. Computer retention interval 60-second, period 5, SCM means source code management. Now here you can give any URL, like it will be Bitbucket URL or GitHub or any URL. Here you can paste it, or you can even restrict the project naming also. Now Jenkins URL is this one. Localhost you can set as a valid host name also. Okay, and here resource root URL, here you can give like environment variable. Like if you'll click environment variable, you can add environment variable like what is the name, like q value, and what is the password, like that you can set. Or disk space monitoring threshold, if you have to give, you have to disable some wipe out node. So from here you can give, see, if you have to give access keys or secret keys, so you can give it here, generate a queue token, because sometimes we need some Jenkins token to be configured in the other tool, that only it will create. So from here you can create as well. Okay, you can generate new token, you can give new access token, and each and everything, even folder health metrics, HTTPS configuration, proxy configuration, you can do it from here. Port number, username, password, everything you can save. Even enable global timeout and timestamper, fingerprint you can clean up, administrator monitoring you can give, notification URL, yeah, this is like pipeline graph, like pipeline classic, so you can set as a notification URL also. GitHub server, here you can add GitHub server also. GitHub API you can nominalize, so totally also you can set, so that it will decide only at a particular time how many builds will run. And GitHub enterprise server is also there. Build timeout plugins you can, and git plugins also you can do. Configure user.email or value, so that you will get a notification, that also you can set here. If you have to something cell execute, you can do here. SMTP for email notification, you can keep that URL, and here port you can set, default email you can set. Okay, so lots of things, each and everything you can do. So but this access is very restricted, it's not allowed for everyone, so that is one thing. So I hope you understand system in Jenkins. Okay, now let's come to the tools. What do you mean by tools? Tools is configure tools, their location, and automatic installer. So what is tools? And one more thing, plugins and agents are two different things in Jenkins, that also today I will clear, because many people have a doubt that plugins and agents are same, but no, it's not the same, and I will discuss that thing also today. Now tools, what do you mean by tools? So if you'll come to my notes, I have given you, so you don't have to worry. Like tool section is used to configure builds tools, you can install and manage JDK version here, so this you will get. But let me explain you something which you can understand in easy language. So this section tool is used to configure build tools like JDK. Build tool, like when I was teaching you all Maven. So at that time also I told you that Maven is a build tool. So this is only a tool. So Maven, Git is also a tool, Gradle, Node.js. So you can define tool name and installation path. Jenkins also support automatic tool installation. Even pipeline reference tools from this section using their defined names we can do. Now, there is something called different projects can use a different version of tools. So this helps this section what it will helps to maintain consistency in CI/CD workflow. So in this way also it will help, and without proper tool configuration builds may fail. Also this section is essential in real world DevOps environment. For example, if you are using Maven, so here you need to configure. If you'll click here tools, see Maven configuration, use Maven default setting or setting file in the system. After that, global setting provider, here you have to choose JDK installer. Here you can install JDK name. Java home you have to give, that is M2, but you have to give Java home also. After that, add JDK, git default. So all this thing you have to first save, and then you have to apply, then only it will work. So this is nothing but tool, but if you are using Maven and if you will not configure here, it will not work. Now plugins, yeah, so this is one of the important thing, like that is the core is minimal plugin add features in Jenkins. So you can install Git plugins, Docker plugins, Kubernetes plugins, SonarQube and many other from here. So you can install, update, remove plugins. So pipeline functionality itself depends on plugins. So however, installing too many plugins can always slow Jenkins. So always install only trusted and necessary plugin. So plugins defines the flexibility and the power of Jenkins. For example, whenever you will click on plugins, just click on available plugins. Okay, and here whatever the plugins you want to install, you can just install it. Or if you will install plugins, if you want to check whatever the plugins has been installed, you can check it from here. And if you want to uninstall, you can uninstall from here. And advanced setting, if you will click, you will give the URL also, which whatever the, if some plugin is there you want to install but it is not there in available plugin, so you can install from there also. So but in the most cases it will be there. What will be the updates? So 3 plugins there is update. If you want to install, you can install update. If you click it, it will install. But as of now I'm leaving it because I have to cover all this thing and then I can do. So you will understand what is system, what is tools, what is plugins. Now why plugins? Because if we are using Docker Kubernetes, we have that should have to be there in the Jenkins. So we can download from here directly. Now come to the nodes. So nodes, what do you mean by nodes? Nodes is nothing but nodes are machine that run our builds. It's a machine. So the build in node in the Jenkins is master build. So you can add additional agent to the distributed workload. So each node have labels. So job can be restricted to run in specific nodes. So you can configure the number of executor per node. So nodes help scale CI/CD pipelines, and in enterprise environment proper node management is critical for the performance and scalability. So in that way you can use, example, add new node, you have to give new node now permanent agent, then we can create. So like that we can do a lot of thing. Configure monitoring, if you have to configure from here only, from nodes only you can configure monitoring also. And setting is there, so you can get like a number of executor is equal to number of parallel builds. So how many you want, so you can give it from here only. And levels you can set, and log statics from here, like it is medium, high or short or long, you can set it from here. And script console also you can get it from here. So lots of things you can do. So whenever we will do the practical, we will understand about the nodes. So as of now, let's come out of the node. Okay. Yeah. Now let's come to understand what is cloud in Jenkins. See, here it has been written add, remove, configure cloud instance to provision agent on demand. What it means? It means The cloud section allow a dynamic agent provision. Instead of permanent server, Jenkins can create an agent on demand. Okay. So after the job finishes, the agent is destroyed. So this saves infrastructure cost, it improves scalability and resource efficiency. This is a key feature of cloud native DevOps environment. So here it's clear. This is plugin. So you have to install. This is cloud. So cloud is nothing but Jenkins can create agent on demand, and after the job will finish, the agent is destroyed. So it is working like a pod. This cloud here, it's working like a pod. If in AWS, if what we can say, traffic will be high, a pod will create, and after that it will destroy automatically. Same way we can do in Jenkins as well. Now appearance, what do you mean? So I'll show you all. See, install plugin. If you'll click here, you can take the cloud provider name, Docker, Cloud Statics, Kubernetes, Amazon EC2. So as per our requirement, we can install and we can do. This is available plugin. This is install plugin. So as of now, I didn't have installed. That is something which is by default, and in advanced setting also we can do. So all this thing I will do. Don't worry. But as of now, I'm giving you an intro. If first day only I will explain all this thing, you people will get confused. But just I'm giving you the intro. Now, what is appearance? Appearance section control how Jenkins look. By the word itself, you can understand like what you mean by appearance. If people are like, my appearance is like that. So how Jenkins will look like, we will decide from here. So you can change themes, enable dark mode, use UI customization plugin. It does not affect the functionality. It only improves your experience. So you can even use a blue ocean for a modern pipeline views, and this section is mostly cosmetic but improves usability. For example, you can click themes, we can set dark, light, dark system. See, this is light, this is dark system. Whichever you want, you can choose. Do not allow users to theme. So the pipeline, how it will look. So each and everything you can decide like how the Jenkins will look. So that's it about appearance. Now security. In the security, that is the most important thing. Security, here it has been written security Jenkins define who is allowed to access and use the system. So you can define here in security authentication, authorization, RBAC, which we called role based access control, that is in the security part only, matrix based security, and you can integrate LDAP or GitHub auth. This section prevents unauthorized access and it controls job level permission. Security is critical for the production environment or for any environment. So misconfiguration here can expose sensitive data. That's why it is very important. So if you click on it, see parameter you can set, and let me show you something. See, security warnings you can set, allow an agent, allow on controller scheduler is there, permit source code. Here you can give the URL, and in this way you can do security part in the Jenkins. Now credentials. The credentials section stores sensitive information securely. It stores GitHub private keys, GitHub tokens, and Docker registry password, SSH private keys, API keys, even instead of hard coding password in pipeline, you can store them in the credential itself, and like they can global, or this section is essential for CI/CD automation. Now, what is credential provider then? So credential provider defines where credentials are stored. It will define like Jenkins can use internal storage, AWS secret manager, HashiCorp vault, Kubernetes secret. So this centralized secret management, it improves enterprise security architecture. Now users. So what is users in security? So users means the section manage users, Jenkins user. It means you can create, delete, modify users. So each user has their own login and API token. So access levels are controlled through security setting. Like in the same way, this is essential for the team-based development system. Now, let's come to the status information. So this part I am thinking to cover it today, so that you people have a basic idea, and then we can do the pipeline writing also. But this is very important. You, like, I don't think anyone will teach you from that basic, but I am teaching you because my funda is clear that I have to teach you each and everything, so that in tomorrow or in future, whenever you are going to use it, so you have to be clear and understanding, okay, this part I am using for that purpose. So that's my agenda, that you have to understand, so that you should not have to recall or learn anything. You will automatically understand, but at first time you should have to be known. Now, status information is, what is system information? It has been written, displayed various environment in information to assist troubleshooting. What it mean, Varsha? So see, system information shows, it will shows simply Java version, Python version, operating system details, memory usage, environment variable, installed plugins, and it is very useful for troubleshooting and debugging. So all the information you will get here. Now, system log. System logs capture Jenkins runtime logs. So every time people ask if we check the logs. So where you can find? You can find in the system logs. So it will so plugins errors, configuration errors, security errors, warning and exception. So this is very important for the root cause analysis. Now, log statics. So log statics shows the resource uses by the Jenkins, like it display executor utilization, queue length, system workloads. It help you decide when to add more nodes, and even it is very important in high build environments as well. Now, about Jenkins, what it means. So this section shows Jenkins version, license information, and build details, because you all know whenever we are using in production, so we need some license. As of now we are using free version, but for company we use license version also. And important for compatibility and troubleshooting. Now, troubleshooting, manage old data. What it means? It means it will manage old data and remove the outdated configuration. So it cleans old plugins, remakes, it prevent compatibility issue after upgrades. So help out to maintain a healthy Jenkins environment. Now, tools and action. Reload configuration from disk. What it means? It means this reload configuration files from disk without restarting Jenkins, and it is useful when whenever we config files edited manually, and it sync in memory configuration with file system always. So in this way it will help. Now, Jenkins CLI, command line interface. What it means? Jenkins CLI, I can teach you. See, here you can access and manage Jenkins from the cell, and it will allow managing Jenkins from the command line. Like you can trigger job, delete job, retrieve job, and automated task. So that is useful for the advanced data workflow. Now, script console. Okay, so this is like execute arbitrary. What it means? It means script console allow running groovy scripts, or it provides direct access to the Jenkins interval. So very important, but dangerous if you misuse it. So try to avoid it and use for the advanced troubleshooting it. And that is prepare for shutdown. So you all know this process of Jenkins is safe for shutdown if it stops new builds from starting running building continuous until it completion. So this is the complete overview of the Manage Jenkins X section, and if you understand this area properly, you can control Jenkins like a real DevOps engineer. So that's why I explained you about Manage Jenkins. So this is all about Manage Jenkins. So as of now, for today, it's more than enough, I think. And from tomorrow class, I will teach you about all these types and how can we do, and I will write the pipelines as well. So hope you like the video. If you like, share with your friends, family member, or with your colleagues. Thank you for watching Study with Varsha. Have a great day, guys, and please do support.